So what if Firelord Ozai had beat Aang? For this to work, let's say that when Aang is fighting Ozai, he fails to redirect the lightning blasted at him in time, and the Sozin's comet enhanced lightning generation from Firelord Ozai. Arguably the strongest firebender alive at this point would definitely kill Aang, so he'd be shot down and Ozai would emerge from the battle victorious. Sokka, Toph, and Suki would still take down the Fire Nation airships, and when they crashed, instead of running into Aang, they find his body and run into Ozai. Now the question is, would Toph be able to beat Ozai here? I feel that the Fire Lord, or rather Phoenix King, would not be as exhausted, but Toph would, so if you think she beats him here, then Aang dies, but Ozai is still defeated. But if Ozai gets the upper hand, he'd kill Toph and then also kill Sokka and Suki. Ba Sing Se would still be taken back by the White Lotus. All the while, Katara and Zuko would still defeat Azula and reclaim the Fire Nation. But here's where things get interesting. Everyone would find out about Aang's, as well as the deaths of Toph, Suki, and Sokka. They'd all be devastated but would regroup with one another, while Ozai would regroup with the rest of the Fire Nation, and go on to burn most of the Earth Kingdom until the comet passed. He'd return to the Fire Nation, and this is where a split in the Fire Nation could happen, as Zuko would claim that since Ozai is Phoenix King and he defeated Azula, the current Fire Lord, in an Agni Kai, then it was his right by birth also to become the next Fire Lord. Politically wise, when you think about it, that's a harder claim to dispute, so there could potentially be a civil war in the Fire Nation with one side loyal to Ozai and one side loyal to Zuko. While this is going on, the White Lotus would search for the next avatar and would find a young girl born in the Southern Water Tribe. Ozai would have planned for this since the death of Aang, and he would launch a massive search and a massive battle would also ensue, but I think with everything and everyone Zuko has behind him, they'd get a hold of the new avatar first. And with her on their side, over the years they'd train her and mold her into the new avatar. With her once becoming of age, she would master most of the elements and would have learned from the best benders in the world. Katara would have taught her waterbending, healing, and maybe even bloodbending, as ever since Aang and Sokka's deaths, she'd become a bit vengeful and cold, with also help from Pakku as well. Zuko, Iroh, and Zhang Zhang could teach her firebending, lightning generation, and lightning redirection. And if he somehow didn't die of old age yet, King Bumi could teach her earthbending, while Pian Dao could train her in swordsmanship and martial arts. Since the airbenders were all but extinct, they'd go to the air temples so she could connect with Aang and learn airbending that way, while also getting closer to the spirits. After all of this though, the new Avatar and Zuko would gather the Fire Nation loyal to them, the remnants of the Earth Kingdom, the Northern and Southern Water Tribes, and take the fight to Ozai and invade directly. During this time, I think their base of operations could have been somewhere like Ba Sing Se or Omashu, as there were Fire Nation residents already there when they were taken over. They'd attack the Fire Nation and attack the Fire Nation capital. And with all this, they'd confront Ozai, and even with years of planning, bro is not winning this fight, so he'd either be killed or imprisoned forever. Zuko would become the new Fire Lord for real, and with the help of the new Avatar and everyone else, would begin to help the world heal from the war that lasted well over 100 years. But what do you think about this? Like, what do you think could happen? I mean, technically Azula did it, so it's not a far stretch to say that Ozai could have possibly done it as well. But if you enjoy the video, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.